time. Oh yeah, I was saying that's probably maybe the last time that I used the old logo because I had a friend of mine who gave me a new one, so I was pretty excited.
It looks sharp.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Nick Haeling podcast. I am a very special guest here today. What would you be? The owner, creator, founder? What would you call it? CEO? The CEO of Simple Legends. Sunita Sitter in the house, ladies and gentlemen. The company that I've been talking about every show, the one that I always love to talk about, is in the house. And with her husband, Nerj. Good to have you as well.
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing great. Thank you guys for coming out. I really appreciate it.
You know what? For having us.
Oh, absolutely. And before we get a little started off, once again, shout out Zombie Life. Zombie Life. If you guys don't know, go on Facebook. Zombie Life. ZOM6IELYFE. Zombie Life.
Nice.
And that was just one of my best friends. You guys are end up meeting him. His name's Freebands. He's got some artists and stuff, and I think that you guys could do something together, and it's going to be pretty cool.
That would be amazing.
I'm already excited. You just dropped that on me right now live, so this is freaking beautiful.
So yeah, I was kind of saving that for you. He's going to be. Here we go. First technical difficulty of the night, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be having a good time here.
I love it.
Hey, you can hold the caveman style.
I like this. Yeah, it gives me a stick.
Me hold mic. Me hold mic. So no, yeah, we're gonna get this ball rolling right now. And so for the people who don't know, who are just tuning in for the first time, can you tell them what Simple Legends is?
Sure. So pretty much Simple Legends is all about the beauty of a message.
Just talk a little bit closer to the mic.
Oh, sure. Is that better?
Yeah, perfect. That's
Okay.
perfect.
It just feels so awkward having a big stick in my face.
Giggity goo.
So it's all about just having one beat, one universal platform for everyone to be able to equally express themselves on vocally. The heart and soul of Simple Legends lies within the community that actually uses it. We're trying to create a platform for individuals to be able to express their unique messages. And each of these unique messages are actually pieces of a coalition of vocal artists. As far as the music goes, the idea started with both of our children, Leah and David, who are quite expressive. My son's an extrovert, my daughter's an introvert, and they both always have so much to say. So being able to create a platform for someone like that to use,
right?
Since nothing like that exists, we just figured, like, why not create something? Because nothing exists like that. There needs to be a platform like that. So Simple Legends is a site where anyone can verbally express themselves publicly, whether it's on their own social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. And if someone is either shy or if they're not using social media, because I know quite a few people that don't have social media, they can actually share it through our Facebook page anonymously, just to have that level of anonymity. If you're shy or anything, pretty much it's a platform.
Kind of like getting your feet wet, kind of.
Exactly. So that's pretty much the base of Simple Legends.
I
Go ahead.
Look, my wife hit on a point, and I if anyone's heard my lyrics, I apologize. I gotta do it. I gotta apologize myself. You know, when I was trained as a Marine, sometimes I just get on the mic and I think about how they trained us. If somebody comes at us, we got to be able to protect our nation.
When you say trained you, what do you mean for the people out there listening?
Marine Corps.
And thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Right off the bat.
So a lot of times I express myself, and that's all I'm doing. I have kids. So my wife hit on this point of my children. The reason I'm giving this background is I heard my daughter one day, and she was just singing this song. Whoa, 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 whoa. I forgot the whole.
Oh, she was singing Get Low.
Yeah. Oh, the apple bottom jeans.
Yeah, that's
song?
the one. That's the one. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I wish I could have just recorded that. And at that moment, my friend Paul, who runs CypherDocs, he was making beats. And I thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
What if I could have captured my daughter's voice at that time?
Right.
Because today she can, she has one. It's kind of fun to listen to. But at that time, that voice, because when I told Paul, we had a video of it just on the low on our camera,
right,
camera phone. And Paul's like, that voice of your daughter's, if you could have captured that, I could have used that as a soundbite.
Mm-hmm.
And just an FYI for everyone that's listening right now, Paul is actually our business partner, and he's with the company Cypher Dogs Productions.
There you go.
And he's the one who actually provides us all of our custom beats, all of the music. So anyone that goes to our website, Simple Legends, there is no fear of, the music that's on there. It's all copyrighted. It all belongs to us. So there's just no fear of having to have uncopyrighted anything like that. It's our music that you guys will be on.
So hold on.
Go ahead.
I want to make sure, because I want to bring it back to where I'm at. See,
Go ahead.
I'm the volunteer, and the reason it's important I bring this up is when I heard my daughter that day, and I'm going to remind everyone, we all have kids. They grow up. Their voices change. That tune, if I had this capability today, which I have, the capability that we have now, at that time, which is about 10 years ago. No, not 10. How old was she?
Yeah, it's approximately 10 years ago.
No, she wasn't 3. Was she? She was 3, right?
She was 3
See, I've been working that hard.
Low.
I'm retired now, so I've been working that hard. So 10 years, I don't even remember that voice. So I sometimes go to that video and I pretty much lost it. I think it's on my sister's account, and I don't know how to download it from Facebook. So I don't know.
Great. Internet or technology, once again, stopping you from getting what you want.
But at that time, if I could have done this, I have now. She did a little beat, and I listen to it all the time because I get to know my daughter at 13.
But also the whole, speaking of our daughter on this, the other reason that I found
Sure.
this site,
Once again, I'm just going to ask you one more time. You just got to make sure you got the mic right next to you. There you go. Perfect.
There we go.
Now we can hear you.
Right.
Now you're good. Oh.
Okay, so pretty much the reason this site came into fruition is because, like Neeraj said, that we would listen to Leah all the time. We would even listen to David, but Leah more so because she was always just so expressive with it. And then we realized she started to write her own poetry. And the fact that she was always so shy to share it with everybody else was just, we were like, oh my God, you write so beautifully. You need to be able to share this. You have to be able to express it. And her thing was, Mommy, what if someone doesn't like what I have to say? What if they don't like this? Or just because of how social media has taken over, where it's almost like social media shaming, which is happening right now. Yeah. So with the anonymous feature, she's able to share what she writes. And it's almost a release. All those different pent-up emotions that teens have nowadays, where you can just express yourself.
Basically an outlet for somebody to want to take it to be able to express themselves in a way, even if they were, like you were saying, shy or, maybe not confident enough to post it or broadcast it themselves, but still a way for the world to hear what they want to say without them knowing who's saying it.
Exactly. And they still get to be heard, and anonymously they get, oh, wow.
There we go. Gorilla tape. Your product sucks.
Yeah. So pretty much with a feature like this, anybody that has anything to say can share what they have to say freely without the pretty much fear of persecution. And for those that are actually full of confidence, that want to be heard, that if that feature is available as well, you are more than welcome to share it on your personal profiles as well and share it as yourself. And either way, the platform allows you to be heard anonymously or freely. Either way, you will be heard.
Now, I've been on the website before, and I think it's really cool. But before we go any further with what you guys are going to say, let's say I've never been on simplelegends.com before. Walk me through the process. Once I type in www.simplelegends.com, what happens from there? Where do we go?
Oh, so I want to talk. Can I talk?
Yeah,
because
go
you're
ahead.
holding the microphone, so I could tell you want to talk.
All right, guys. All right, you know what? So as I was going through the progression of life, right, I'm having a hard time, and so I said,
Well, hold on a second. Let's talk about my question
I'm going to
first.
talk about the question. Hold on. It takes a little time. Come on, I got to give it a little start. So I thought about it. How hard would it be to record something and share it? So I had to come up with a concept that allowed that possibility relatively quick. So if you're sitting in traffic, you're able to do it. So you go on the website. Okay. Now, once you get there, www.simplelegends.com, my first advice is I just bookmark it as your favorite.
Right.
So it's easy. Right? Then you listen to the music. Now you can listen to it for 2 seconds, or you can listen to that same beat for like the minute and 20 seconds, which is optimal, right?
Mhm.
Now, before you start this, that term acknowledge key, that's important. I want to make sure everyone understands that. This is where everything becomes real, because at the end, you're going to decide. Because once you start recording, which is the next step, you record your beat, you can listen to it. You don't even have to save it, use it for your own good. Once you get there, you make a decision. Are you going to share this or not? That's it. And it ends. Because after you record yourself, you can listen to yourself all day long. You don't even have to share it.
Right.
So this allows everyone the opportunity to simply share what they want to share. Just like I am. I'm on your podcast.
Yeah.
I want to say this all day long.
Absolutely.
But on Simple Legends, you only got 1 minute and 20 seconds to get your word out on a beat for free.
Got to get it done quick.
So pretty much the site is really easy to use. So going back to your question, what happens soon as someone gets to the website, simplelegends.com? First thing, soon as you try to listen, if you haven't already, it will ask you to acknowledge the terms of our website. Just like if you go to any other social media platform, it's important to acknowledge the terms of the site. In this case, all we're saying is, okay, are you at least over the age of 13? Yes. Are you doing this out of your own free will? Yes. Are you sharing because you want to genuinely share? That is pretty much our terms and conditions. We don't ask for any private information. We don't even ask for your name. We don't ask for your email. We don't ask for any personal information. So that's
total anonymity and anonymity. There it is.
Yeah,
there's the word I was looking
we
for.
provide you total anonymity unless you choose to share it on your own personal pages.
Right.
So as long as you want to share anonymously, you will remain anonymous, because that is the core of this site. If you want to be anonymous, you'll be anonymous. If you want to be known, you will be known. So once you go ahead and acknowledge those terms, we give you the ability to listen to the beat. You can listen to the beat in full, or you can say, hey, I've heard it for 5 seconds. I think it sounds great. I want to record myself. So you will click the record button and instantly have the ability to record. You can say a poem. You can just say one word, A, B, C, D, anything you want,
right,
and just record yourself. And once you're done, you will have the option to decide, do you just want to listen to what you sound like? And that's the thing. We give you the ability to hear what do you sound like before you want to share, because some people are like, hey, I sounded amazing. I'm just going to go ahead and share it instantly. And some people are like, wait, let me just go ahead and see, what do I really sound like? Do I really want to share this? So we give that option. And then once you do that, you can share it on your personal pages, share it anonymously. Or if you're like, oh my God, this was horrible, you have the option to delete.
Right. And you can share it on any platform, like all the social media platforms?
Right now, we have the ability to share on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. However, once you go ahead and share it, you can take your link to the recording that you've made and technically post it anywhere. But as far as instantly a straight share, it's off of those 3 platforms, but you can take the link off of your share and post it anywhere. If you want to put it onto your YouTube, you can. If you want, Instagram doesn't allow links, but you can still add a link into your bio so that way people can still see it.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Can I borrow this?
Of course.
I misplaced a lighter. I'm gonna go get a lighter real quick, so you guys keep talking. I'll be right back. Is that fair?
Of course.
Absolutely.
I love you guys.
Don't trip. There you go. Found the lighter.
Oh.
Well, that was easy. There's an easy button right there. We just used it. That was our one get out of jail free card if I've ever seen it.
There you go.
Okay, so then now the next question I would have to ask you is there more than one? Is there just one beat? Is there more than one beat? Is there an option? If you want, if I only wanted to do 30 seconds instead of 1:20, can I do that? Is there options like that? Like, is there just the same beat over and over? Is it the same amount of time every single time? Or can I, if I wanted to say, let's do just a 30-second rhyme, could I just do a 30-second rhyme and then be done?
Yes, absolutely. So when the music is uploaded, we have a standard of like 90 seconds. You don't have to vocalize for that 90 seconds. You can vocalize for 5 seconds, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, however long you choose to. Right now, we're still in Rev 1. So right now we have the ability to just have a single beat. We are actually working on a shuffle feature where it will allow artists to listen to a multitude of beats and then choose from whichever beat that they want and then vocalize on that.
Okay.
So that is something that is in the works. We're actually can we share the other parts?
Can I talk?
Okay, yes, you can share the
Is there some non-disclosure stuff here that we shouldn't be talking about?
So
I
guys,
want to get the lowdown.
yeah. So here's the thing. with me, I like to just let it out right away. It's everyone around me and say, be quiet. So I'm going to say some stuff that I'm going to actually get some engagement. Now, hopefully you guys give me some feedback, some commentary,
Engage.
some database. Yeah. So the feature that I'm working on, which is what, I'm hearing people tell me, is there more than one beat? So here's the thing. What if you have like 6 beats on there, but also the ability to record yourself on Simple Legends at the real time using your camera right there. So you have the entire package. You have a shuffle feature. Then I think about this, Nick.
It's almost like making a music video with yourself recording
In 30 seconds or less.
So it's almost like a Vine with music behind it, but longer.
Yeah.
So you just put your phone down and like you're recording on your camera and your microphone.
Now our developers saying this is what he's saying. This is what he's saying. This is what he's saying. Hold on. It hasn't been.
You're loud. You don't need to be as close to the microphone. Shit. No, you're right. You're straight in my ear right now.
The developers are telling us. The developers are saying that's not even possible. But they're going to try to figure this out. They honestly said they couldn't figure this solution out for us in the beginning, but somehow we got this guy named David. Right? He's from India. He's the developer for Web Creations. I want to make sure I acknowledge
Shout out
him.
to Web Creations for putting up with us and creating our
Web
site.
Creations, shout out. There you go.
Web Creation US, right?
There's the plug.
There you go. And now, I want to also, before I did, even imagine this for myself, I talked to Paul, CypherDocs.
Mm-hmm.
So I find out that people are typing in CypherDocs, and Paul's like, dude, I've been noticing where's the website, how, and here's the thing. See, I'll give you everything Simple Legends right here, but when it comes to CypherDoc, that's like a closed lip right now. He wants a logo with a coming soon on there as he thinks things through.
Right.
Because CypherDocs is the beat, right?
Now, CypherDocs, for everybody who's listening, how do you spell that? Ooh, CypherDocs. Can you use it in a sentence, please?
Okay, it's CYPHERDOX.
All right, everybody, did you get that? If not, just double click back on YouTube. You go back 10 seconds and you can hear it again because we're not fucking spelling again. Fucking use your own fucking fingers. All right. And then from there, let's say this is all theoretically speaking. I drop the illest freestyle ever on a Simple Legends track and I share it and it goes viral.
You're viral in my head.
So what happens then? Like what's the next?
See, this is my thing. Look at this. Guys.
Like what happens if like it gets like 1,000 shares?
Dude, I want Sunita to talk about that part because I'm the volunteer. Here's what I'm saying. I created this entire thing in my head. My daughter is right at home. I can capture her anytime now. But to find a person that can get on the mic and flow, the ill beats are going to come because I have Nick over here for me.
Well, not
for
only
for the rest, the opportunity to get on the CD of CypherDocs. See, CypherDocs is very different than me. I want to give everyone a chance. But when he gets the studio, he's worked his entire life. When he masters that CD and the people that are going to be on it, when you ask, what do I get for the illest rhyme? And you get 1,000 views, 2,000, 1,000,000 views. Even then, the impression on CypherDocs and my friend Paul, I have to freaking just be out there yelling at him. Ask Sunita how many times have I yelled at Paul? Let everyone in. No. But the reason I bring that is because say he honestly believes you're awesome. The miracle that's going to happen is just going to be amazing on that CD. Nick is just the key component that I feel for myself. Everyone else.
So pretty much going back to Nick's question, what happens if you hypothetically...
Not me. I'm just saying anybody.
Anybody was to hypothetically have 1,000 shares where pretty much you are going viral.
Right.
Well, at that point is when we would say, wow.
Is 1,000 shares a lot? I don't even know anymore.
I'm not sure. I have no idea.
It is.
Fuck,
to me, 3 views
I'm
are
old.
freaking amazing. I'm happy. 3 views?
Shit.
No.
I get 6.
I know.
I get 7 likes.
You like
Nick, do we even have 3 views on this podcast right now? Like,
I'm like,
views.
fuck yeah, we got 3 people hanging out with us right now. Fuck yeah, y'all the best.
100% right now.
We got 1 person on YouTube too, so we got 4 people hanging out with us.
Hey.
Shout out to that YouTube.
To me, look, guys.
No, so pretty much if you have hypothetically 1,000 shares, we're going to notice you trending because we are able to
Yeah.
see that on the back end of our site. We're able to see, wow, this song is trending, this song is trending. And yes, the anonymity is still there because we don't get to see who you are. All we see is, here's a song, because you're going to give whatever you're sharing a title, a name. You're going to give it something. You can label it A, B, C, D for all I care. But I'm going to say, wow, whoever is sharing this is literally going viral. Like, because I've had it where my daughters put up a song called Burn, which has about 400 something hits right now.
Damn!
And I've had
400?
Yeah, I've had,
Damn!
you know, beats by Nick over here.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, wait. I get more hits than Nick. I'm going to say that right now because
Damn right
Nick,
you do.
you know why? Because Nick doesn't promote himself. I'm sitting there. I can't even see, he's anonymous. So I can only put him on Simple Legends, but I need his own friends to share it. And the moment they do, he's going to go blow. But here's the thing. There's a lot of you guys out there that are going to be a key component.
So
An
pretty
intricate
much
part.
You go viral.
Yeah. I'm going to look for you guys. I want to look for you because
We're
you
going
know
to
what?
work on an
We
album.
got to be looking for each other, right? This is the music industry. Come on, think about it. We all need a chance.
And that's
even myself.
perfect. That's the perfect thing you'd say, because my next question is, so Simple Legends is now the website. What's the next step for Simple Legends?
Productions.
Yep.
Productions,
So you're looking.
directors.
It's basically,
studios.
so the best way to put this is simplelegends.com is a tryout.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you're taking all
It only grows from there.
and you're taking all newcomers.
Absolutely.
Everyone.
So sky's the limit at this point is basically what you're saying is
Mhm.
That's the hope.
anybody who
I don't believe in a glass ceiling.
Yeah.
so just to let you guys know, this isn't just a website. This is an opportunity.
Yes.
Mhm.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you.
Hey man, that's what I do.
No, everyone. I met Nick not too long ago because he stuck up for my wife. That's what it's
Oh,
all
yeah.
about.
That was
Family.
a fun
Oh,
story.
all right. Now all right, that was a good 21 minutes of talking about Simple Legends.
Yeah,
So
let's-
oh shit,
my
let's talk about how we
God.
met, because this is
Oh gosh,
great.
how we met. That was fun.
Oh, so
I'm
for those who
still-
don't know, for a very small stint in my life, I was a recruiter for a staffing agency. Or not even a recruiter. What was my title?
Recruiter assistant.
Yeah, I wasn't even the real deal, except I think they gave me the real deal work and they just gave me a shitty title so they didn't have to pay me as much. But
Okay.
that's neither here nor there. We're not going to use company names,
It was
But
a
it-
BCD company.
but it rhymes with
Don't do it.
all right, fine, I won't.
Thank you. And
Don't
let's-
do it.
You know what?
Ah.
We don't want to name drop.
We're
You can
going
do
to
it on
name it
Simple
Okay.
Legends, but I
ABC
recommend
Anyway.
you don't name
company.
drop.
Anyway, it was
Yeah, if you
company
name drop
AB
that,
ABC staffing
Alright.
/ recruiting / I fucking hate you people.
Okay,
Anywho.
okay.
One day, is this when you were still downstairs or was when you were upstairs?
I was upstairs before
Yeah.
I got moved downstairs.
Right. So
And I was the payroll and recruiting
whatever.
assistant, manager, supervisor.
And let's
Title
say
was assistant.
let's say our boss. Let's call him Bob.
Okay.
Yes.
So Bob,
I was
What
gonna
did
say,
you
I
made
was
him-
gonna say Ernie Burton, Oscar the Grouch, but we could go with Bob.
I like Bob or
Okay.
Ernie or Grouch. I don't give a shit. They're all meathead douchers. But what did you do something wrong? Like, did you like make a mistake and they got mad? What did you do? Like, I don't even remember what you did. That
Oh, what I did was one of our clients, pretty much with payroll, was where they were calling in saying, "Hey, this is not what my pay is supposed to be," and I questioned it. I questioned my lead as far as like, okay, how come the pay is so low over here and it's not as high as it's supposed to be elsewhere? Because my thing is, you just don't mess with someone's pay.
Right.
And I had an issue when, our client's pay was quote unquote messed with.
right.
And I just happened to rock the boat by questioning leadership.
So Bob didn't like that.
Bob didn't like being questioned. And
Man.
I would stand up for the client instead of standing up with Bob.
And I can't remember the exact word he said, but I remember he just leaned into you. Like I'd never heard a manager talk to an employee that way I coach high school lacrosse.
Okay.
I tell my kids I'll rip their goddamn throats out. Like,
Yeah, and I've owned businesses in the past, and I know I've never spoken to any of my
and
employees
it's
that way.
like he didn't even finish talking and like you were already like tearing up, I could see. And I snapped. I was like, whoa. You don't talk to anybody that way. Like, what is wrong with you? I think I asked him what was wrong with him, and it was like, it's like if it's anybody's fault, it's your fault for like making the mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget what I said, but I remember
I remember Bob stormed out. Bob left the office early, and we didn't see Bob for I think a day or two.
and I was just like, dude, like you're acting like a 5-year-old right now. You're throwing a temper tantrum over something that's more than likely your fault.
It was Bob's fault because Bob didn't give the correct pay rates.
Bob's a fucking meathead.
And then of course we had to do all those payroll issues as far as like issuing overnight checks, and we had to hear from corporate as far as how expensive overnight checks were, and we're like, we don't care how expensive the overnight checks are. These people need to get paid for their work. You don't not pay somebody for working. Like,
God, that
you
happened so many times. It was just, you know what? Working for that company was the closest thing I've ever felt to being that sleazy used car salesman.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where you're just like, no, it runs great, you know? You get like 200 miles a gallon on this thing if you really push it. Like,
I guess my biggest issue always was that.
Just to give you guys an example, what I used to
for me after owning businesses and everything like that, my thing is, people should always be paid accurately, properly, promptly, on time, no matter what. Don't promise one pay rate and then pay them something significantly less. You just don't do that. That is
just to what's it called?
You just don't do that.
And just to give my viewers an idea of what we used to do, we would get a call from a company and they would say something along the lines of, "Hey, we need 2 live bodies." They would literally use the term. They would use the term. We need 2 live bodies. Like literally, just people who just can like pick up and drop shit. Mm-hmm. And they would literally make us post an ad on Craigslist, and like, oh, top pay work, come get it. And we would get, I don't know, 30, 40 emails. Mm-hmm. We'd find 2 guys and tell everybody else, yeah, fuck off, we got nothing for you. Or no, that's not even how it worked. We would put them into the database to make them.
We've had issues where we had to get 20 some odd people hired within 24 hours, meaning interview them, paperwork them, get them into the system, and it's like what 3:30, and all of our shifts are over at 5.
Yeah, they just expect us to stay overtime when we're hourly. We're not even salary, so it's like we don't have to stay if we don't want to.
Ernie, Bert, and Bob, and we're all able to leave like at noon.
Ernie, Bert, and Bob. I like that, dude. Literally. There was a Bert and Ernie situation with those 2.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, there was.
Yoki Bob over there, just hitting the gym. Why don't you just? Why?
What are you doing, babe? We're in the middle of a story.
It's like right there.
Oh my God, babe! Would you like to switch seats with me?
No. Now you look like Iron Man. That's awesome. Look at that. Look at your iron chest right there.
Thank you. Okay.
I don't move it. That's for you. But no, so that's how we met.
Look at that.
Yeah,
so
and
then
literally Nick stood up. Yeah.
Put it back up there. I want to be Iron Man.
Okay, so literally Nick stood up for me. He was like my hero at work. Well, I'm literally like getting in trouble for trying to pay our workers. I'm like, no, we have to pay them. Like,
I'll never forget the first time I met you and I was like, this girl smokes weed. This girl definitely smokes weed.
Dude, she got me into.
And I looked at her. I was like it was like the second day at work, and I just look at her. I'm like, smoke weed. She's like, what? Like, and I just pull out.
Bert and Bob are here.
And I was like, it's cool. I pull out my little pen. I was like,
oh, okay, then we definitely
they can't smell it.
Hold on. Let me take over.
She's sitting down there.
Hold on, let me Disneyfy. I'm sorry. Let me Disneyfy it for a second. Okay. Let me Disneyfy it for a second. They've been talking.
You guys are listening with headphones at home. I am sorry.
So when she says she smokes weed, this is what Nick doesn't understand. She probably took a hit in a month, and that's what her smoking weed is. She doesn't smoke.
Yeah, see, those are my favorite stoners. I don't have to use a bunch of my weed to get them stoned then.
No.
They take one hit and they're high. And then we win.
She's driving. She's like sober.
I know, not tonight.
No,
not tonight.
95% of the time, 99%. Here's the thing.
Man, you should have seen her at work.
Yeah, she's like her wines and beers. She likes her beers and
much
wine.
more.
But
I'll never forget the micheladas.
It's all about, for me, it's the liquid. Like, I like my alcohol.
Yes.
That is my poison of choice. We're all going to die someday. Let me die happy with my alcohol.
Hey, I'm here for a fun time, not a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Me, on the other hand, see, I have personality. Yeah, well, here's the thing. Look.
Balling.
All right, so
yeah, nerds, why don't you tell the great people on the internets
oh God,
what you can about your story?
All right. personality.
Wait, which one?
I have
I just like to say what you can, so people are like, wait, what are you talking about?
borderline
Well,
personality.
What are you talking about, bro?
because there's-
Okay.
I know
What
there's
does he mean? What does he
certain
mean?
things
What does he
that
mean?
cannot
What you
be
can?
said.
Hold on. Borderline personality. I don't know what this means, but I just found out I have this.
Is that a Trump thing? Is that a wall?
No,
Mm.
borderline personality
Just
traits,
joking.
Are
right?
you
Is that a wall
shitting me right
thing?
now?
Trait.
No.
Now it's also categorized as a disability, but I look at the traits part. You know, the
Right.
traits.
Mhm.
Because that means I have a trait to be able to be just on key, on point.
Right.
As long as I'm around people who have that freaking mindset.
Right. No, I get it.
So now I look at this, right? And I'm sitting here, my freaking entire past, I freaking put it out on Facebook. So it's out there. I deleted it all. I had to. It's just freaking madness, right?
You know what? Sometimes you just gotta let go and get rid of your Facebook.
And I did it. And now I look at how do I even explain myself? And I don't even know how to know. I have nowhere to go with my story. So when you ask that question, it's like the most difficult thing for me to answer. But my wife, she can go on for hours. So when I listen to her speak, I'm like, I feel dwarfed, right? Because the presence of my wife is, I sat there and one day she comes up to me and she says to me, I want to go to college.
I was like, what did I say? Yeah, I did say that.
And I said, why? You haven't made, this is what you wanted, right? You said, I want to be a housewife. And here it is.
Well, not
Yeah.
only housewife, like
Yeah.
the typical
Man, you
Indian-
done turned your back on your wifely duties.
I know. I totally turned my back on my wife as a
How
homemaker.
dare you?
But honestly, the thing that changed my mind.
You want to go to college?
Damn.
You get your ass
right.
back in that kitchen and make me a sandwich.
Boy, did you not eat that entire bucket of chili I made you? Like, come on.
Oh, no. You're from India. You're going to go to college? That's his job. Make him some goddamn curry and call it a day. No,
Hell
no, it's awesome though. And so no. So when she asked you that,
So pretty much my reasoning for wanting to go to college and actually finishing my degree was because I didn't overhear this. My husband had overheard a conversation where one of my nieces had looked over to her mother and said, well, I'm going to go to college because I don't want to end up just like pretty much along the lines of, an uneducated person just like you.
ooh,
And so my thing was, well,
boom.
how am I going to preach education and college to my children? Because I think I would backhand them if they were to ever say anything like that to me. So I'm like, I am pretty much doing it not because of like, oh, I need to. Yeah, I'm like, I'm not going to go to college because I'm like, oh my God, I have to have a job or I have to do this. Like, I'm doing it literally to set an example for my kids. So when I say your ass is going to college, that you are going to college because if I could go to college with you two running around, him, work, business, I'm like, you guys will have it made. Like, you guys, the only focus you'll have in life is college. I don't want to hear
Boom.
any excuses as far as why my kids can't go to school, further their education in any way or anything like that. I'm like, that excuse won't work with me.
And that's not a bad reason. I mean, like, that's awesome. I mean, if you're doing, as long as you're doing anything for your kids, there's no wrong reason to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
There you go.
pretty much it's so my kids can never say, well, why should we go? You never did it. Like, I just don't ever want to have to hear that.
So let me change the topic here for a second,
Go
right? So
Time to pivot.
I love this. Hear me out. So my dad, this is my dad's story. Okay. You tell me where it's comfortable.
A little closer.
Right here.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
All right.
Boom.
All right. So
Beautiful.
my dad, see, I grew up with a father that.
Whoa, you grew up with a dad?
I did.
No
I
way.
didn't have a dad.
So did I.
My dad didn't have a
Oh
dad.
my God.
No, my dad didn't have a dad though. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
God. Way to fucking crash that plane into the fucking mountain.
So much
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
this is my dad's story. What am
You're
I
like,
supposed
yeah, well, his dad's dead. How's that sound? Huh?
No, my
Feel
dad-
about yourself?
No,
Piece of
I
shit.
told my dad I'm your father right now because of some reasons I have to.
You're
hold up.
fucking, you're lucky you have a grandpa.
Yeah.
I never had a
I
grandpa.
did have a grand- You know what? I can own up to that on both sides.
Actually, My grandpa's dead too, so
Exactly. So I want to make sure I get it. I'm a grandfather, right? So I want to make sure I'm a grandfather.
Jesus Christ, that went dark so fucking fast.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
So
Everybody.
my father used to say to me all the time. He goes, "You don't need a degree." He said, "Bill Gates." He used to always reference Bill Gates. Bill Gates doesn't have a degree. He quit college.
Fuck yeah, man.
He
Got
make money.
that shit. He was like,
To
I'm gonna
make
go.
money.
I'm gonna go build this computer in my garage and call it a day.
Exactly.
Deuces.
I don't need no degree. And my dad used that, and he freaking
What
built
is it
himself
like?
a
Is
mansion
it
on
like
that. Yeah.
12 of the top like 20 of the most richest companies in the world are all
Yeah.
built in fucking garages?
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Woo!
My-
Woo!
Right?
We're on the right track.
But if
Started in the
somebody wants
garage.
to help their kids, including my
God.
own, to go to college, why not?
Some people
right?
start in an attic,
Yeah.
idiots.
Yeah,
God,
just
God,
the
you're in your
garage.
attic doing what you think you love, and you should be in your fucking garage. God,
Yeah.
what are you thinking?
They're not thinking.
All right.
Just
Shit,
kidding.
you don't know
You
that.
have to finish your story.
Oh, okay. So
Yes,
now.
yes, please continue with the story.
Okay. So no. Okay. So
Well,
everything.
Everything's gonna interrupt like 5 minutes from now, so
It's
finish
okay.
the story.
It's like you ever play Candyland?
Don't bring that up.
No,
Like the
that's like
never-ending
nerd. That's how you hear a story with nerds. Sometimes you get a couple places further. Sometimes
No,
you get
that's
fucking.
like shoots and ladders.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Shoots and ladders.
You go
Sometimes
up
you
and
get
that damn
sometimes
snake
you get a
rolls you
few
back
steps down. All of a
Yeah.
sudden, you're like, shit,
That's
there's the
shoot-
goddamn ladder. We gotta go back up the ladder. That's nerds. And now we gotta go back down the goddamn thing. Maybe we'll get
Yes.
to the. Maybe we'll get to the finish line. Maybe we won't. Goddamn shoots and ladders.
All right. So
You know what? From now on, your name from now is Big Shoots.
Big
What up, Big
Shoots?
Shoots?
I like that. All right. All right. So now I'm put in a very paradoxical. I don't know if that's even a real word.
It's okay. You can invent a word. It's
I
all
think-
good.
All right, like paradox, right? Because my father and me are sitting there. My daughter's born, right? And he goes like this. I said, Dad, I need medical for my daughter. See,
Right.
that's important. And I'm sitting over there, Dad, we just built a mansion for you. We can afford medical. He's like, dude, if you want medical, right, this is the cost and for the employment. And it was so difficult for me to understand that I said, okay, I'm going to go get a degree because the VA will allow me to go to college. So this is also
It's
for
like the GI Bill or something, right?
not the GI. I had the Voc rehab.
Okay.
Okay, Voc rehab. I have a physical disability. My hand and my shoulder are broken. So, but at the same time, I made sure to get back up.
Right.
It's a broken hand. You see it here. Here's my
and your
spleen
back.
and my back. Okay, but it's fine. I'm gonna freaking grind it. Whatever happens, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna do what it takes every single time. Right? If you want to fight me, please don't hit me. That's all I ask. I know my rhymes are a little difficult. I have a lot of daddy issues.
That would be such a funny thing to say in a bar to somebody.
You what?
If you're gonna fight me, please don't hit me.
Yeah. I can just-
Like, well then, what am I gonna do? Slap you or kick you in the nuts?
Yes,
Like,
Dude, as long as you're
Yes,
funny,
the
we're
old
fine. Let's
Indian
just keep
slap,
going, right?
smack.
and just be like, well, this is that you're really like. I challenge you to a duel.
Gloves off.
Backhand the
That's it.
shit out of him.
Okay, so the tough guys out there, join the Marine Corps because it helps. So
Right.
now, I had an opportunity to join the college. Go to college.
You're a real fucking badass.
I don't know, man.
You're so swole, bro. You're fucking like 6 feet on all sides. What are you talking about?
Thank you,
Fuck.
All right, so I went to college because I wanted to make sure I had medical for my daughter,
Right.
And I got a great career, right? And now I'm on what's that called? Pension, retirement.
Ooh, that good shit.
Yep. So I'm 40.
And I was gonna say, how old are you?
40.
Ooh, 40 on
Yeah,
pension.
so I'm enjoying it.
Party on Fall
Yeah.
Street.
So I have time. Nick has time. We and Sunita has time, and she has a lot of options in front of her. So, but let's just do this, because look at you guys out there. I'm gonna talk about the ladies.
Ooh, let's talk about the
Yeah, let's talk about the ladies, right? When I saw her, no matter where I was in a car with her. And just like that, I looked at her every day. I said, is she really sad to be in this car with me? And she was just as happy as she is right now. And look at that, man. I can get very emotional because when you're living
Don't
in
you
a
start
car,
fucking crying on my podcast, goddammit.
when you're living in a car, and that's real.
There's no crying on podcasts.
That anger that I had at life, I can convert. I realized, hey, the Marine Corps taught me one thing. If I want something, I'm going to get it. And that turned into this, I'm going to get out there and I'm going to earn. And within moments,
That's that grind.
it comes right back.
You just got to keep grinding. That's
Yep.
all that comes down to.
And that's also who I discovered if I'm around people who are positive. Personality is a fucking thing.
Right.
It's a fucking thing. I mean, are you going to deny it's a thing?
Oh, no. I've definitely heard that the term personality goes a long way.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where, I mean, you've got to be able to present yourself.
Yeah.
If you can't, well, I had a mentor and oh man, this guy was awesome. His name was Chris Salvaggio. It was one of the first sales jobs I ever had. It was this old company. I'm not going to say the name of it because some legal stuff, but I will say the name of the guy because he was fucking awesome.
Okay.
He told me, and this, I've always lived my life by this ever since he told it to me. This was about 5 or 6 years ago. Is Nick, doesn't matter what you're selling. If the client buys you, they're going to buy whatever you're selling. And I was like, shit, that's deep.
Mm-hmm.
But I've taken that to heart ever since. It doesn't matter what you're selling.
Mhm.
You just got to find a common ground with the other person,
Mhm.
you know, and then you become one with them. And then if they trust you, trust is the basis of anything.
Yeah.
If they trust you, then they're going to buy what you're selling.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Well, we were a shady fucking company though.
See,
we were a SEO company.
so Nick
Well,
did a
that sounds
practice
weird,
rhyme.
right?
So there's the practice rhyme right out there for everyone to listen to. Nick did it, and there's something he
Oh
said
yeah,
in the
you
line.
blew my cover.
Yeah. So,
Oh, you blew it.
so the reason, to me, he said something in
How
there
dare
that's
you
a
blow my
line.
cover?
I'm not blowing
Whole
his
point of
cover.
a non-
No, because here's why.
How dare you?
Because to me, I'm here because of Nick,
I'm just kidding.
right?
But to hear Nick, you have to go to our fan page and find Nick.
There's a fan page? I didn't even know there's a fan page. Whoa, I gotta check that out. Listen to
Now-
myself. I want to boost my own numbers.
So
Like,
look,
oh, how did Nick's views get up to like 9,000? I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
So
Click, repeat.
like
Repeat.
repeat, like share, like.
Yeah. so there's a
Goddamn
line
American
he
Idol,
said,
this bitch.
there's a line he said in there that caught my attention very fast, and I had to call him. I said, "Is this you, dude? I need to know." He's like, "Dude, there's anonymous. I don't know what you're talking about." So I'm gonna say, I think
Gave
it's
him
him.
no, I don't even, I still don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah,
I still
exactly.
don't know what
I
he's
don't
talking
know.
about.
I was like, I think that's you. He's like, I don't know what you're saying. I was like, dude, it sounds like you. I don't know. Because there's, it's come on, dude. The mic matters. And in that one, when I was listening, you can't hear, you can't make out the guy. So I think it's this, but this is the line this gentleman said. And this is the line. We got to keep it legal up in here. And Nick just talking about where he at. So it can't be him, but I have to think it's him.
I'm Batman. That's all I need to say about this is I'm Batman.
You're Batman. Oh
And I'm
my God.
Michael Keaton Batman, first of all. Michael Keaton's my Batman. Christian Bale, not my Batman.
Really?
No, I'm Batman. Whoosh. No, I like I'm Batman.
Oh my God.
I'm pretty good at what I do. I'm Batman now. Whoosh. I'm a symbol of darkness.
Okay, since you're gonna take it there, you're gonna take it into the DC universe.
I'm Batman.
Tell me, have you seen the new commercial that they released at Comic-Con for Titans?
Oh,
No,
Shut up.
sorry. I was on vacation last weekend.
Well, so was I. I still watched all the
Yeah,
commercials.
I was on. I
we
was
came back and
first of
watched
all,
it.
I was on a lake. Okay, in the middle of nowhere. I'm not looking at my Instagram or my Facebook at Comic-Con. I'm like taking the pontoon boat over to the marina and getting burgers and jumping off bridges and shit.
Oh my God.
I didn't jump off the
Excuse
bridge this time, but I drove up to the bridge and my buddies jumped off 70 foot bridge. They jumped off. My buddy
Damn.
banged up his knee. He bucked up his knee from jumping off that height. He didn't point his toes going down, and
Oh,
he just went like,
Cannonballs?
no, flat feet. He tucked his arms, but his feet landed flat in the water.
You don't ever
And
do that.
so he was, because we were drinking all day, so he was okay that day. When he woke up, he was limping.
I
It
bet.
was bad. He was like bad. His knee was all jacked up. I haven't called him since we went out. I need to call him and see how
Yeah.
he's
You
doing.
should.
But
Yeah.
shit, it was that bridge. It's like 60, 70 feet high when the water, because the water was about 10 feet low and the bridge is about normally 40 to 50 feet. So it was a good
Dude,
bridge.
give your friend a shout out. Like,
Shout out to Toby.
Yeah.
Octavio Hernandez, bro. I hope you're doing good, man. Shit, man. I hope your
Give
knee's
your
all right.
boy a shout out. How do you not call your friend like that?
Because I kind of just forgot about it till right now.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Okay.
He'll be okay.
He'll be fine.
If he loses his leg,
Shut up.
We'll
If he
call
loses a
We'll call him
leg-
Pirate Toby. He'll be
Who's
fine.
taking the dark now? Who's taking the dark now? Dude, you're gonna make me cry for him.
God damn it! Don't you cry.
Don't you dare cry. You know what, Lee?
Son of a bitch.
Nah, man.
There's no crying in
You know, I went
baseball.
to Bollywood. I actually went to Bollywood, bro. Is that something you want to hear?
Oh,
about?
that's right. Shit. Another thing. So yeah. So hold on, everybody listening right now. Nerds, take your hat off for a second so the world can see you.
No, come here.
Famous. I don't know. Famous.
No. Unknown.
Unknown, but was a actor in Bollywood. Did you have
No. I did a commercial.
a commercial?
I want to be
Still an actor.
and I
That's
took
still
modeling
acting.
pictures, and I was sought out for a movie. I had the card.
My man was on TV.
Yes, I walked around. People noticed me, and you were on TV. That was real. I did not understand. It
Let
was
me ask
very
you a thing. I
simple
saw this Bollywood movie the other day, and there was like a spoof. It was a Bollywood movie. I forget the name of it, but what's up with this? Why does
That
it?
is the absolute worst.
And they do this. They
I'm
go.
gonna be very,
Okay,
'cause
like-
I get it. I understand it, but Sunita can describe it.
They look like a bobblehead that's at the
It
right.
is.
It's like the end of the. It's like a bobblehead that's just doing the last.
Employment.
It's like the
I
bobblehead
can't
like
even
right
do it. It
before it, right
hurts.
before it ends. It's just like
Okay, that head tilt that goes like bobblehead
yeah.
style. Okay, that means yes. It means no. It means maybe. It means I don't know. It's just the nonverbal cue for anything that you.
So is it
potentially-
just?
It's kind of like no. It could be like yes, I agree. It could be no, I don't agree. It could be like I don't know what you want to
What
do.
are they like? Sort of like? Do you
Like,
like? Do you like turn to the side for like? You know? Is
no,
there like?
it is straight up.
Is there like a little
bobblehead
like?
status.
Is it like up, down, left, right for yes? Like down,
No,
down,
it's like
left,
the-
right for like no? Up,
Yeah,
down,
it's
right,
like- it's
left
like
for
that Nintendo
yes.
remote,
Like
up, down, left,
it's
right,
like
left,
cheat
right,
codes,
A,
right?
B.
It's
Yeah,
like cheat codes and like yeah, it's like up, down, left, right, yes. That's like maybe. You're like wait, what?
yeah.
So wait, so it means anything.
It could literally almost mean anything.
So how do you know what it means then if you're having a conversation with somebody?
Honestly, you just get to know the person that well, whoever you're talking to.
Oh, so
And then you're
everybody
gonna-
uses it for their own thing, but they only use it for that thing.
Usually,
So like it
it's
either
so
means
hard.
yes,
Like,
it either.
I personally have no idea.
So
what
once
it
you get to
means.
once I get to know you, like, do you use it? Do you ever?
No,
Did you
we
ever use
don't
it?
use that.
Did you
So
ever use
for-
it when you, or does anybody in your family use it?
Not that I know of. Like,
So,
yeah,
like-
family in
So like you
India,
might have a
but
cousin who
Uh-huh.
uses it to say yes,
Then
but
we'll
you
know.
but or you have another cousin who uses it to say no.
I have. I don't know if I. fit
it's
between
not.
that, but
It's
I have
not
my
that
own version of it.
definitive. That's
I
the
have a
thing.
I'm
version
so
of it.
confused.
It
It's
is.
not
That's
family.
what
Is it
we
like
don't use
aloha?
We
Okay,
don't
okay.
Does
do
it mean like hello and goodbye? Is it like
Okay.
aloha?
Can I give my? Can I
Like,
give my
hello means
observation?
hello.
Yes,
I have-
please, God, because this shit
This
just
I
drives
have
me
a
crazy.
real
Because
observation.
they would ask the person questions and they were like famous actors. So obviously like the people knew what that meant for them, but they would ask them a question. They wouldn't say yes or no. They just go like this. And I'm like,
Because then they'll. You have
What
to
the
also look
fuck?
at the nonverbal facial expression as well. Like if it's happy, it's most likely a yes. If it has that, like the eyebrows going down.
so
like this,
so someone's like,
Oh God! Oh my God!
Yes,
Oh,
that would be yes.
Oh, wait, dude! I'm sorry, man. I can't hold it in any longer.
so someone's all like,
If you're
that's a
waiting,
yes.
like, yeah.
So next time you meet a Hindu person, somebody from India, and they do that to you, and they smile upwards.
Well, not just Hindu,
Like
Hindus
if
are
you
like
if they look
this,
like Bill
Indian.
Cosby, if they look like Bill Cosby in one of those fucking pudding commercials,
Pudding commercials.
the pudding pop is so good.
All right. So I get to my employment, right?
Right.
So they're like, "Are you Indian?" And I'm like, "Yes." And they say, "How come you don't do that?" I can't even do it.
Like, I got a neck problem, bro. I ain't doing that shit. Get the
Yeah,
fuck
it's
out of
like,
here.
I'm not a bobblehead, sorry. I don't know how to
I
do that.
realized what they were saying because I understand because I'm from the culture. I get it.
But it's
I've never
kinda-
noticed it. I've never noticed it until I people talk.
Well, no, like Gabriel
I never
Iglesias
noticed
on
it.
his
Yeah.
comedy show.
I
he
never-
said-
I generally see. Yeah.
Fluffy made an excellent reference to that.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, in different cultures they have different head nods. Like,
No, I know now. I know now
I
because
know,
they
but here's
described
the
it.
thing. No,
But
like-
I had an expression for them. I got those expressions down because when I used to go to this other building where all the engineers are,
they do that all the time.
they're all of them were like that except I showed up. I'm different because I'm actually an
I'm
anomaly in that
different.
place.
Yeah,
right?
I'm different.
But don't you remember Fluffy even said so he compared the Indian culture where they do the head bob like this.
Mhm.
And then he also discussed in his own culture how it's just literally just a straight up head nod like that. And depending on how upset the person is, the head nod just goes faster and faster, like
Yeah.
almost like a whiplash.
It's funny. I have a couple. Well,
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it's my family though, but my brother and I would do this thing where that's what's up.
Yeah, like
Yeah. I learned that. I learned that. In
But
yeah.
in Mexico,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's actually bad. I might be wrong saying this, but they're in some culture. your chin up to somebody is a massive disrespect to them.
No, that's not disrespect in Vallejo.
No,
But
I
it's
mean,
a check. It's a
I think somewhere in Mexico though.
oh Mexico. Oh, okay. See,
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's something where like if you like,
I wouldn't even know.
it's like
that.
just
Yeah.
like if you do a peace sign like
Yeah.
this, I think somewhere in Mexico it means like fuck your girlfriend.
Well, then
Oh,
that
that's
means
crazy.
like a fuck off also in
Yeah.
some cultures.
What?
Whereas over here it means like a
Like if you do, or if you do, it's I forget if it's like this way or if it's like this way, but it means
like,
hey,
this
I
is
fuck.
off.
It's like
this
legs.
is
It means like legs up.
legs.
Oh.
So like you should never do the peace sign in Mexico
Dude, you
because
guys gotta
somebody
make-
might
In,
be
a-
like,
in one of the European countries, you don't do this because that means fuck off.
oh, it's like oh, it's
So what is the
okay.
universal
Over here,
expression?
Yeah.
What's the universal expression?
For what?
Just so you don't freaking offend
a
somebody.
smile is universal.
Well, this is universal.
I know
But
This
that.
is definitely
Yeah, but
except in sign language.
Thumbs up.
Except this means cactus.
But what is
This
the
means
polite
cactus in sign
Thumbs up
language.
is-
What's
you guys-
polite?
Do you guys know what
This is-
bullshit? Do you guys know what bullshit is in sign language? Do you guys know?
No.
No, it's
Oh,
The horns.
Oh my-
The horns.
I had no idea.
The only
That's
thing I know in
bullshit.
sign
for all the viewers out there.
yeah, the only thing I know in sign language.
Dude,
is
you
my
guys have
alphabet,
some
that's
very,
it.
very unique expressions. These are
Hey
new.
man, that American Sign Language right now. Don't blame me.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I've defended this country. I would never blame you. You have the freedom of doing everything you want.
Shit.
Yeah, I respect it. But I just think about it, right?
Right.
That means if I go in the wrong place, I'm just being humble.
Yeah, I don't.
Is that serious?
Yes,
Come on.
that's why it's important to learn.
Well, I'm a Marine.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Like, would they take it literal? I don't think they will. Because
Take what literal?
Because if you accidentally do this, by accident.
Oh yeah.
No
that's
way.
Yes.
serious.
Especially you look Mexican. You look like a goddamn Mexican, bro.
Oh, dude.
Shit, man. They're gonna be like, pinche, yeah. I'm gonna fuck this. Oh, man. They fuck my girlfriend.
Dude, you guys are scaring
I'm
me.
gonna take this paisa out, man,
Oh
right
no,
now.
no, dude! In the Marine Corps,
Shit, man. You
they would train us before we go there. Though.
just go
In the
like,
Marine Corps,
orale.
they-
They'll be
they'll-
like,
Well,
Yeah,
if you're
they
in
be-
the Marines,
they-
they
yeah,
have to train you for everything.
only when you need to go. Then you get the class. You
Not
get the
gonna lie,
shotgun
bro.
class.
if I saw you standing on the corner with a couple of the Mexican guys, I'd be like, that guy's looking for work right there. The
I
hat.
like that.
Got an old Irish hat on.
Let's work. Let's do some
Like,
work.
hey man, I need a paint. I'm like, yeah, paint. Fuck. I'm like, oh shit, you
Oh,
speak
yeah.
English? You're like, fuck yeah, bro.
But
man,
now I'm retired.
Mexican.
Now I can observe. Now, like, no, I gotta go work. I gotta go for my wife. This is the thing. She protects me. As soon as I say Senita, they say that guy is just loco.
He's just loco.
He's just loco.
That's how you get deported.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's just a loco in cabeza. It's not my pal. But it's my pal.
Dude, that's funny. Would you peg me for a Punjabi? I didn't even peg me for a Punjabi.
I don't even know how to answer that question, man.
What the hell?
Literally, it's like you've seen Super Troopers.
Right now.
Where they're talking to what's it called? Fucking the one guy, what is he? Ramathorn or the other whatever the Ramathorn, the guy with the mustache. And he was like, they think I'm Mexican. His partner looks at him and goes, "You're not Mexican." That's Jay Shandarakashar is the actor.
Okay.
And they're like, yeah, I'll get a enchilada and a chinchilla. And they're like, I don't get it. Chinchillas? And the guy's like, it's a little animal. It's
Yeah,
adorable.
yeah, I know. I was like,
They're from
What is
like
that?
they're from like the Central America.
Okay.
But he was like, they think I'm Mexican. His partner looks at him and goes, "You're not Mexican?"
I had to watch this show. You gotta
Like,
check it.
first
I
time I
wanna
met
see
you,
it.
I was like,
Reference-
I don't even know, man. Until I hear him talk, I have no idea what he is, bro. He came from El Salvador for all I fucking know, man. Shit.
So
I don't judge a book by its cover.
yeah,
People say, you want to tell you one thing though. People say like a lot of, people say Asians look alike.
yeah.
That's
Mhm.
fucking bullshit,
Yeah,
bro.
I don't understand.
You know who we look alike?
Yeah.
White people.
What?
We all look a fucking
No, you
alike,
don't.
bro. I've
How?
seen like 9 people look like me.
Dude, let me tell you something. I grew up in Vallejo. I didn't even know there was diversity until somebody told me it exists.
They told you you weren't black, and you're like, wait, what?
What is going on? What color?
You're like,
Dude, I have a friend Tim.
you're like, I'm darker than you, motherfucker. What the fuck are you talking
I don't
about?
even know what nationality is, but Tim Smith, Tim, see my bro. I just
Shout
love
out
this
to
guy to
Tim.
death. This guy helped me with my wife because look, when I fell in love with her, my parents hell no. Her parents said hell no. So
You can't say no to love.
So my friend Tim, right? My friend Tim, he gave me a place and we got married. You know,
Okay.
just went to Reno, got married. And my parents are like, you just destroyed the family. I was like, How did that? Did something implode? What happened?
It's like,
What just happened? Did you guys lose your job because you got married? What happened? Why are you guys so mad? And that's what I realized. That's when I realized, oh, I defended the country. So I got a lot of exposure
Mhm.
to different cultures. But I
Right.
grew up in Vallejo. So Vallejo is like, I call it the
that shit's home.
yeah, it's versatile, dude.
The Valley
Yeah,
Joe.
The Valley Joe. Everyone should
Home
know
of
Vallejo.
Mac Dre
There you go. And E40.
and E40.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the story of E40 of how he would try and
Oh, this is a great story.
Oh, okay,
Hold on a
so-
second. All right, I gotta take a piss. I've heard the story before.
Yeah.
You start telling the story to the viewers. I'll be right back.
This is gonna be off, man.
You've told me the story before.
Yeah, I have.
So
of E40.
Okay,
tell
so
the
I'm
story
gonna
to our
talk- yeah.
viewers while I take
It's
a
gonna
quick
be
piss.
hard because I'm talking to. Okay, I thought. Have I told you? Yeah, that's why I
Yes,
don't bring
you
it up.
told me.
Okay.
The tape story.
Yeah, I bring because
Yeah.
I don't want to repeat it. Okay, I get
Right,
it.
it's not a repeat for them. Tell them about how
Tell the
E40
world.
walked
Tell
into your
the world this story.
store.
Oh, okay. So my parents owned Meadows Video. Meadows Video is still there. It's a video store, and I worked there pretty much my entire childhood until I joined the Marine Corps. Then I worked after that too until I got into my career job, and now I'm retired. So here we are. And somewhere along the line, I recall before he went famous, he came into Meadows Video and we had a conversation. And throughout the conversation, I believe he gave me a tape that my brother also purchased, and we had some folks listen to it, like my cousins, and they're like, "Dude, this guy's dope." But the fact that E40 was in our store and he was selling his tapes, I remember this. This is amazing. He comes from Vallejo. See, at 40, being in Simple Legends, it reminds me of that story.
And like, how long
Yeah.
ago was this?
This was that's the difficult part. It was before he went famous, so I don't know what year that was.
Okay, so was this before your military days?
I
That
don't
means
know.
it's before night.
This is it has to be after 1995 for sure. So I don't know how old I was because I've been working at Meadows Video my entire life until I had my career job, which I retired from.
I would honestly peg it before 95 because 95 to
No,
you did your term in the Marines.
No, it was after 95. So you know what? Everyone can research it because hey, what year did E40 come out of Vallejo and go famous? What year was that?
Shit, man. Was that like early 90s, late 80s?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, it was around that time. So I met him before he went famous because I had his tape. If I had that tape right now, it'd be
So
a
it
freaking
had to be
artifact.
before
Yeah,
your
it'd be the artifact
military
'cause he
days.
gave it to me, and he has to remember Meadows Video. He walked in it.
He walked in trying to sell his
his
tapes.
his one of the aunties. It was I think Mac Mall, right? Mac Mall came from Vallejo. I don't remember names too well. You know, E40 I remember because it was so easy.
Well,
You know?
yeah, it's 3.
E40. I mean,
That was Meadows Video, man. I met so many
Tony
people.
Wada.
My brother says he met Jordan. I don't know about that. We had a camera. I said, I don't know if that's Jordan. It could be that Denzel from the movie Game. I don't know. But E40 was real because I had that tape. My cousins listened to it. It's a memory I have. If I had that tape, it'd be priceless, right? But at the same time, I can't even recall what year it was.
It's okay.
Yeah, but he has to remember because his auntie worked at one of the banks. I won't name the bank because I'm not going to drop too many names here.
Right.
Worked at a bank, and that bank sponsored.
We don't snitch up in this bitch.
Yeah, it was
there's only 2 banks in Vallejo.
yeah,
People can Google
it
it.
was
Shh. Giving them ideas. Stop it.
so
Fuck.
there were the boxes for the A's. You know I don't follow baseball, so I don't the
Oakland A's.
Oakland A's. Yeah, there you go.
God.
I just was there. I was amazed. I'm at a freaking box all of a
Hey,
sudden.
man, I was just there.
I was
What do you
just
want
there.
from me? Okay.
And it was his Mac Mall's auntie because my brother worked with her at that bank.
Right.
So my brother, he would always buy tapes because we had a video store and we were trying to get my parents to convert into selling video, tapes.
Right.
That's how the E40 started.
Back in that VHS era,
yeah,
baby.
exactly. And then we
Be
put the-
kind, rewind.
Oh
my
yeah.
God.
Oh, I just dropped some blockbuster
Dude,
shit
yeah.
out right there.
Dude, Blockbuster. Dude,
50-cent charge for not rewinding your fucking
Oh,
video.
we waived them. We still waive them. We didn't ever try. We just had a lot more.
Fucking assholes.
Wave everything.
You know how long it takes you to rewind? You know how long it takes to rewind Braveheart? Fuck.
Yeah, it does take a long
It takes
time.
like 9 minutes.
Titanic, the double disc.
And that's
VHS,
per-
two VHS.
Yeah, that's like Braveheart. It's like 2 VHSs. Each one takes like 7 minutes. You're like, fuck. I
What's
have
that word?
15 minutes.
Nostalgic,
It's
right?
almost 2 o'clock. I'm gonna get the late charge if I don't get it back by 2, and it's 1:45. Piece of shit.
Yeah,
I don't want to pay that $1 late fee.
the experience.
Hold on a second. You know what I just found the other
Yeah.
day when I was in storage?
Uh,
Mm.
This is my Blockbuster card.
Nice.
Shut up.
That's cool,
There's
man.
one Lone Ranger Blockbuster still.
I always rooted for
Is
that.
there really?
In the era of Netflix,
Go
I actually was
Blockbuster.
rooting for Blockbuster. I said we gotta. Yeah.
It's probably just a
Yeah.
franchise
Yeah.
instead of like a corporate. They're like, we're not leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rooted. You know when the Blockbuster.
We're
Hollywood and
staying
movie
until the
gallery
building
challenge
falls
happened.
down.
Yeah, I genuinely wanted Blockbuster to win.
Please tell me they
Buy
only deal in
Hollywood.
VHS.
Hold on. Let me get this story,
You
man.
wish.
This is a real video store war story, okay?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Video wars.
Yeah.
Fuck storage wars. We need to call
Meadows Video.
we need to call A&E and call Video
As soon as
Wars.
You said video store war. I was thinking Blockbuster, that manager who came and tried to yell at us for opening up Silver Screen.
Oh yeah, that one.
Oh.
Too. I'm going back to Meadows
Oh,
Video.
crazy thing. Nick had actually been to the Silver Screen before.
Whoop, whoop.
No, you've been to the one in San Jose, not ours.
Santa Cruz.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
because-
Either way, we bought them.
No, we didn't. We didn't do that.
No, that's
not
the one
wrong.
with the turquoise one that we bought. Those shelvings
No,
and everything.
No, that was
The
a
double-decker
world. No,
one.
that was a global video we bought. We bought
Either way,
global
bought a
video.
two-story video store.
Yeah, no,
What the
silver
hell
screen.
does that
I
do that?
told you about the difference. It was a I versus a Y. See, I came up with the name silver screen, and then I researched on Google. There was already a silver screen out there, so I already put a lot of
Motherfucker.
effort in my logo. So I changed the I into the Y
I just buy them out.
because I wasn't big enough. I was starting, dude. I opened that store for my wife on credit cards.
The American
That's how
dream.
cheap it was, but that's how
Not cheap. It was a good way. I bought global video with that credit card.
That's the American dream. I started a company on a goddamn credit card.
Damn.
Thanks, MasterCard, for making my dreams
Yep.
come true.
Hell yeah, I did.
Master and Visa. But here's the thing.
But not Discover.
Yeah. Now I have discovered.
We belong to an exclusive club called Everyone.
Yeah, so then but Meadows Video was different, right? Blockbuster and Meadows Video in Hollywood. I was rooting for Blockbuster. See, I know the whole story. Blockbuster to actually buy out Hollywood, because for my video store that would have been better, because two would have turned into one. Because we were Meadows Video was competing against two Hollywood videos, and one
Which
big
city are we
Blockbuster.
talking about now?
Vallejo. Dude,
You guys are all over the place right
yeah, I put my parents in a mansion
If
with
now.
that
If anybody's
competition.
still keeping up right now, I'm trying to keep you guys involved. Shit.
So
This
if
podcast
we
is literally all over the
yeah.
place.
It's all right.
So how long?
I
are
had a
we
feeling
going?
that was going to happen.
Yeah, we should like end it for next time. What do you
Well,
think?
We're only an hour in. We can go a little longer.
You sure?
Yeah.
I don't want to bore you,
I
man.
feel like if we ended it right now, this would be the shortest podcast I ever did.
Oh, that's good then. How long you do? How long you?
We normally go like at least an hour and a half.
That's good. I want to do this.
Yeah, let's keep
Yeah.
going.
Okay, so I don't want to make it all about the video stores, but here's the thing: when I found out,
Hey
that
man, you
one
know
time-
what? There could be somebody listening right now. Like, you know what? I want to open a fucking video store.
I
now.
wish they would, man. It'd be fun.
It's a dying breed. Fuck you,
No,
Amazon
it's
and
not.
Netflix and
Okay, think about that. Okay. Right now, if you were to go to Redbox, you literally have a choice of 20 movies. If video stores were still around, you would have choices of hundreds and thousands of different titles.
that's true.
Amazon has limited titles. Netflix, they have what, maybe
See, but here's the thing that was
10% of their
but here's what
inventory
people-
is A-list. Everything else is B.
see,
C,
people don't want to leave the house, but
F-list.
people don't want to leave the house anymore. That's the problem. People don't want to leave. They want to just turn on their phone. And if you have Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, you have them all. Now you pretty much have all the movies.
Yeah, but then for the same price, you can get something like I guess I'm old school. I like the actual feel of a DVD, and I like to actually see because
Yeah,
okay,
there's
what if
things
the
out
internet
there
goes
like that,
down
man.
one day for
Yeah.
a week? What are you gonna do? Your subscription to
That's a good
Amazon,
point.
Netflix, Hulu, you're screwed. You have no entertainment. You're gonna be crying, and you're gonna wish that you had those old school DVDs and Blu-rays.
Buying the movie.
You know what? The
counts.
one
Buy
thing
the
that
real
might
movie.
make this
That's what
happen for
counts.
you is
Mhm.
net neutrality.
Yeah.
The
good.
the video stores might make a comeback.
Yeah.
Because-
net neutrality is
Because
a
there's
big
so
thing.
many times where I've searched through Netflix, Hulu, Amazon.
What if you had a video
Everything.
store that was a monthly membership?
Yeah.
We
It was
had that.
just-
That's what we did.
It was
We used to do
just
that.
it's just like Netflix or anything, except you get to walk in, you show them your card.
Mhm.
They're like, oh,
We
okay.
had that at Silver
And
Screen.
you're either gold, you're either like bronze, silver, gold, or
Yeah, we had
platinum,
all that.
We
which
had
is
that.
1,
Yeah,
2,
we
3,
love
Yeah,
4.
we had new
Like one video, two
Yeah.
videos, 3 videos, 4
Yeah,
videos that you could rent out at a
my
time.
mom-
versus
So
the
you
1,
go
2,
up-
3,
so
4,
you go
we did the new releases versus the older movies.
No, so like you would do something like you would do like
yes.
bronze, you would do like bronze, silver.
So I'm
You
gonna
would do like a thing like bronze, silver, gold, platinum, where like bronze is like I could rent 1 movie, silver is I could rent 2, gold is 3, platinum's 4. So you walk up to the person, you show them your card, you show them the movie, like okay, They check the system. Oh, yeah. Did you give back Naked Gun 3?
It's like, sorry, you have 2 movies out. We can only take 2 more until these ones are returned.
Right. Oh yeah, because you only might want to take 1 movie. You don't want to take 4 movies. But like, it's like, I don't think you didn't return Beverly Hills Cop 2 yet. So we need you to bring back Beverly Hills Cop 2, but we will let you take like Beer League, like no problem.
Okay, so for example, like when kids are on their holiday break for that 2 weeks, I don't know how many people are going to get offended if I say Christmas.
See, it's here
break.
that you've had Porky's rented for 17 months. We're going to need that back.
Oh God. But no, we had this amazing deal where it was 5 movies, $5 for 5 nights. So you bet during summer vacation, holidays, that was the hottest thing to go. I mean, how many people say that they've had 5 movies for $5 for 5 nights?
Right.
I mean, that's like one of the best deals that we used to offer.
You know what
and
this,
it was.
You know what this is sounding a whole.
profitable.
You know what this sounding a whole lot. You know what this beer is tasting a whole lot like.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
We should start a goddamn movie around company again.
We should. Hey, Simple Legends Productions is like down the pipeline.
Simple Legends movie rental.
There you go. You never know. Sky's the limit, like you said.
SLMR.
SLMR.
Yeah.
SLMR.
I said, oh gosh.
There you go, bro.
Dude,
They sound
my
fancy.
braces are actually cutting into my cheeks.
Your what?
Yeah.
Hold
We're
on.
gonna
Hold on.
talk orthodontics.
Give the man.
right
Give the
now.
man the mic. What do you say?
He says braces are cutting into his cheeks.
What?
Yeah, because I just got these new update,
You got the braces.
The man is 40 years old with braces, ladies and gentlemen.
and it's cutting my cheek. It hurts.
I had braces when I was like, I had braces for a long time, actually. Let me see here. I had braces from the 6th grade to sophomore year of high school.
Yeah, that's a lot. Wow.
Maybe 5th grade. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But my 2 front teeth literally used to be like this.
Wow.
At a snake, they used to literally look like that. And now,
Yeah.
nice and straight. But yeah, I had braces for fucking ever, man. It sucked. I had braces till I was 16 years old.
Wow.
I don't know how you got dates.
Dude, I had a really good personality. I was a smooth fucking talker.
Look. See, now I understand that pain. It's literally cutting my cheek.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah. So
Stop playing with it. You're only gonna make it inflamed. It's the more. Listen to me. Listen. The more you play with,
I'm gonna go get some water.
go ahead. But the
I'll
more
put
you,
it, switch it
but
off
here's
with
the problem
alcohol.
is, the more you play with it,
The worse it gets.
it's gonna get inflamed, and the more that's gonna stick into it. So stop fucking playing with it. Take an ice cube and put it in your mouth and just stick it over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Open
God
the
damn it.
freezer.
Fucking call your orthodontist and call him a dickhead.
She's a nice guy.
She's a nice guy. Oh, okay.
She's a nice
Ah shit, I don't even know.
Our orthodontist is a he, not a
Z
she.
Z's a nice guy. I want to be PC correct here.
No. World's too sensitive. No.
Fucking A, man.
Everybody gets offended over everything right now.
Can't say faggot anymore.
Why?
I don't know.
Get on Simple Legends and say that behind the beat. It's fine. I'm not
I
gonna
just
be
said it, but
offended.
I mean, just like apparently it's not okay. You know what? The one thing. So here's something. Here, I'll tell you a funny story.
Mhm.
This is about 2 years ago. I'm coaching high school lacrosse.
Mhm.
I won't say where because they burned me really hard, and I don't want to burn bridges or anything.
Yeah, don't
but
burn bridges. That's not. A
They
very good
fired
thing.
me 1 week before the season started and hired another coach.
Shut up.
Yeah, that sucked.
That
But then I got
blows.
hooked up with Westview Lacrosse, which I'll be there for a while, and the kids love me. The coaches love me.
Nice.
We finished the best the school's ever finished this year. And the goalie blew his knee. Our starting goalie blew his knee out 3 weeks into the season. I had to train the new goalie who hadn't played since the 6th grade. A goalie.
And how old are the
High
kids
school
that-
varsity.
So
So
he hadn't played in like
14 days.
almost a.
He played lacrosse. He played defense, but he hadn't played goalie in a long time. So he had a little bit of experience, but he was a fucking brick wall. It was awesome. But anyway, what was I saying about my story?
Which one?
Crap. Dang it. I had a good story.
Hi, you got your ice cube? Feel better?
So I'm coaching at the school. Oh yeah, the PC thing. Okay, got it. So I was like, during one practice, I must have said something like, you guys are acting retarded right now. Like you need to get it together and like let's go. So day goes by.
Mhm.
Show up to practice the next day. And one of the parents, he's like a team manager. We'll call him Ryan. Ryan comes up to me and goes, "Hey coach." I'm like, "Hey, what's up?"
Mhm.
He goes, "Oh, not much. Hey, did you say the word retarded at practice yesterday? And I was like, yeah. What's the problem? Just coach, you can't say that word. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, yeah, I think it's, no, before that, I was like, I think it said it's like, I was like, that's fucking retarded. I was like, I think that's what I said to the kids. I was like, no, I said, you're acting like a bunch of shithead retards, is what I said to him. And he was like, coach, you can't say that word. I was like, what, shithead? He was like, no, retard.
So you can say shithead.
So
you can't say retard.
So, but he was like, yeah, to that word, to like retard, to those words, it's like the N word to those kids. Like, you can't say that. It's like the N word. I looked him straight in the eye and went, that's fucking retarded. And he's like, yeah, I know. But
that's like a person getting butthurt for me saying
no,
that.
Apparently it's just that it's just a PC culture we live in now. It's just you can't say anything. Oh, there's a person listening right now who knows the story I'm talking about, which is so funny. Oh, it's really funny. I just looked down to see it. What's up, Kobe? I love you, bro. I hope everything's going good with you. As soon as you're ready to get back into lacrosse coaching, you let me know, bro. I got you. Shout out to Kobe, one of the nicest, coolest guys I've ever met. One of the best coaches as well.
Awesome. Shout out to Kobe.
But no, it was I can't really say anything bad about the school that I coached at before. It was
well, of course.
The other coach's resume was better than mine, but I was heartbroken. I was planning on taking that school to like new heights and stuff. And
I could just rewind it back a little bit. I'm still not over the fact that it's okay to say shithead, but not retarded.
Yeah,
I'm still like wrapping my head around that.
Well, no, I think he was on like, he's like, no, you really probably shouldn't say that either. But like, I was like, retarded's bad. Like, since when? But there's another, but that's really another funny story of coaching, especially because this one guy's listening is Kobe, and this is the I don't give a shit story. This was an inside joke the first year we were coaching together. I'm on the sideline coaching, and I'm like 5 yards almost on the field. And Kobe's like, coach, you need to come back. And I look at him and go, I don't give a shit. He's like, he just grabs me by the shirt and is like slowly just starts pulling me back. This is the guy who used to break sunglasses on the sidelines. I was never like mean to the kids, but I'd be very animated. And he would like before games, he'd be like, coach, give me your sunglasses. Like, give them to me. I need you to give them to me so that like you can like not break them. Cause I went through like a good few pairs that first season. I was so mad. I'd get so upset about just like everything because I expected a lot and I have high expectations.
Well, it's good to have high expectations because that's what's going to, make your team go further. If you have low expectations, your team's going to be like, oh, okay, whatever. Not a big deal. Whatever.
I set extremely high expectations with that team, but I'll tell you, when I started coaching for this school, the first season we went 1-11. We won one game, lost 11 games.
Yeah.
And the only game we won was the first game of the season. So I was like, oh, okay, this isn't too bad. And then we lost the rest of the season. I was like, God damn. Next season, we went 7-7 and made the playoffs.
It's nice.
I was excited. People were like, well, people graduate. I was like, I don't give a shit who graduated. Like, we improved.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear your nonsense. And then the next year, like, yeah, we don't need you anymore. They said like, I had a lack of commitment or something. I was like, whatever. I've moved on to a better school. I'm super excited. Next season's coming up.
Woot woot.
Yeah, I know.
Bigger, better things. Woot woot.
All right. Well, we've been doing this for a good minute here. Is there anything you guys would like to say before we wrap this up?
Well, yeah, I just want to thank all the viewers for listening and tuning in and just being a part of Nick's podcast. I mean, I know this is something that Nick just started not too long ago. So I've known Nick for a while now, and I know this is something that he's always been passionate about. So my thing is just like, thank you to everyone who's actually tuning in to Nick's podcast.
And for those who are still listening right now, if you haven't already, please slap the like button on the Facebook and please slap the like button on the subscribe button on my YouTube page. It's the same. It's the Nick Haeling podcast. If that's something you guys would like to do, you would be doing me a huge solid. Nerds, it looks like you got a little something on your mind right here, buddy. Well, Take it home, baby. Take it home.
All right, look, I got something in my mouth. So hopefully, no, I put the little piece of paper. It works. It's very comforting. Now, hopefully I can.
Just don't eat it.
I
It's
won't
not
eat
gum.
it. Yeah, I get that. So all right.
Piece of gum would have been perfect if you just put a piece of gum right there.
Yeah, that'd be actually.
No, it would be stuff on his braces.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Just don't even risk
Great
it, right?
advice, Nick. Good job.
All right, so
Fuck, hey man, I mean, shit. What do you want from me?
all right, so how do I lost my thought, but it's the ending. I want to just
Take
say
your time. No, we got plenty of time. Take your time.
All right,
Take
good,
your
good.
time.
I feel like I want
Articulate your
so much
words.
to say, but then next time I want to be able to say more without the pain. You know, I realized
The pain.
it was real pain as soon as now I
wish you
realized
had
a big
sound
cut in there.
effects board,
Yeah.
because I would literally play the one that's crickets.
Huh?
I wish you had a sound effects board. Put the
There's-
microphone out there.
Hold on. There you go. Little cricket sound for you right there.
That's beautiful. All right, so
That's our viewers. That's our viewers. That's who's listening.
so you know,
Is this thing on?
so when Nick says please hit the like and share, what I thought about right there is I have no YouTube.
First of all, I didn't say hit. I said smash.
smash, slap. You said something.
I think I said slap. Yeah. Slap that shit.
Okay, make sure there's something.
God damn it.
You know, since
That's
we're
my
getting
lighter.
specific here, Pacific. Remember Pacific? I used to say
North
Pacific.
Pacific. You have my
I-
lighter.
No,
Before you
Nick
finish your
spoke
sentence,
to
give me my
me
lighter.
about saying Pacific versus specific, and that used to just bug the crap out of me because he's like, oh, you know that Pacific thing, and I'm like, what Pacific thing? I'm like, you mean specific thing, or like Sneeta, I want to eat spaghetti, and I'm like, spaghetti.
Or what is it? All intensive purposes. You're like, no, it's all intents and purposes.
Yes.
Okay,
All
so
intensive-
It's for all intensive purposes.
Yeah.
You don't fucking know what you're saying because it's all intents and purposes. And by the way, irregardless is a word.
so this whole experience outside of this, my cousin, I asked him about Nick. He said, dude, I don't even know who he is. So I sent him a link. I said, just type in that. He found him because he listens to another podcaster. I won't drop names because I got to learn that, you know what? It's not my right, but the story is real. So he goes, okay, I'm going to listen to him. And after listening to his podcast, he said he has a great voice. So I had to experience
Thank
this.
you, baby.
And I still haven't listened to.
Very well.
I still haven't actually listened to any of Nick's podcasts, only for about 5 minutes, because I've been very
Oh,
busy.
thanks,
with
bro.
yeah, because of my yard work, man. You saw the pictures.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty fucking sweet yard.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Thanks.
A lot of yard work. I've been
You could
busy.
have just not said the whole 5 minutes part. It made me feel a lot better, but it's okay.
Yeah,
Honesty is the
yeah.
best policy.
But now I'm going to go through all of it because when Roger listened to it and he goes, bro, he has a great voice. And, I got to go listen to it for myself because I wanted to experience it. And
Mhm.
he's like, anyone can come and do this. I'm open. So now I'm here.
Anyone.
It's real, right?
Anybody can come on my podcast.
Yeah.
Literally. You're
Literally.
homeless and you're listening to this and you got a story to tell. Come on my podcast.
That's,
Oh
oh
my
my
God,
God.
did you
Is
hear
that
about
real? Did you just say that? I mean, are you serious about that? Because
No,
that's
did you
huge.
hear
Swear to
about
God.
the story of the
Yeah.
homeless guy who
Yeah.
had that amazing voice? That is like so weird when you do that. Can you not? Like it's freaking
Jesus, paparazzi. Fucking TMZ over here.
Oh my
Can we please get your
God.
comment on the homeless man who sings?
No, but there was
Straight in the face. Please,
No,
please,
but there
please,
was a story
please tell us
about
what
this
you need.
homeless guy who had this amazing voice, and literally, like, he got a job as an announcer. Like, he had that crazy announcer voice. It was just amazing.
Mhm.
And that's why, like, soon as Nick said that, I was like, wow, yeah, that can actually kind of sort of maybe a little bit work.
Hell yeah. I actually have a friend of mine coming on the 30th. I don't know if I'm actually doing a podcast before that or not. I will post if I am, but a friend of mine, Sophia Alone, she's a singer who I used to know in high school who's just been grinding.
Nice.
And I'm gonna definitely talk about Simple Legends with her. And
Woot woot.
if you guys, she plays the piano and everything. Yes.
If you have the time, I don't have an appointment with my doctor. That's the only thing that keeps.
Now
Alright, I'm gonna have to
she's
literally
gonna
push
she's
that
gonna
with
I'm gonna
her.
do a podcast with her,
Okay, fair enough.
and then if
I want
I
to
will,
listen to it.
and she is
We'll tune in
Moroccan.
live.
Yeah, I
Tune
wanna
She's
tune
from
in
Morocco.
live.
She's
I want to turn in live and I
She-
will watch it.
I don't think she's Hindi, but she's I don't know.
Hindu, Indian,
No, she's from like Morocco. So what would that be?
Moroccan.
But like, what's the religion?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either. But I know she's like, maybe it's Muslim. I think she's Muslim.
Okay.
But I've known her since like sophomore, freshman year of high school. She's a really good friend of mine. She's travels the world now and sings music, and I'm super stoked to have her on.
That's
quick,
amazing.
quick little plug for the next podcast
That
right
is
there.
amazing.
But,
Like I love.
I
hearing what
definitely
people do
want to
with
get her
their
involved with you guys, because if you guys want to maybe put something more like melodic. Oh, sorry, a little heartburn there.
Well, next time we come on, like I can actually bring on actual beats. So that way, while we're doing the
Yeah.
podcast, the audience can actually hear the music that we
Well,
have.
I'm
on
hoping
offer.
that while we were doing this, they were logging on to Simple Legends and seeing what it was. You know, that's what I was hoping. Is you can always open another tab.
Nick,
Mhm.
We do it on Facebook. We do it on
Nick,
YouTube. You can
hold
open
on,
another
Yeah.
tab
I'm
and
gonna
still
stop-
listen.
I'm going to stop you right there, man.
Go ahead.
Because here, dude, give me a. You got a dab right there. You know why? That's exactly what I feel. What he just said. I feel privileged to be here.
Mhm.
Look,
I feel privileged to have you guys on.
you know.
Thank you for having.
You guys have done so much, and it's
Thank
just
you for giving us a platform.
Yeah.
To
well. Here's the
express
thing,
our
though.
company.
But here's the thing, though, is I've never been this close to something that I think could be this big, and
you.
I will do anything in my power to help you guys. I mean,
Dude, I'm thinking you're the guy that is on that practice. Something's going on here, because here's what I look at, right? Here's what I look at. When I first met you, all you did was impress my daughter for me, because she never heard of freestyle, and you got drunk. You just spit one live.
you impressed my daughter. You got drunk and you freestyled.
You
Jesus
protected
Christ.
my wife.
You're a role model.
You protected my wife. You know, come
The
on.
high
What more
school
can a
crowd
person
is
ask?
proud
What more can a person ask for? What can I? What more can you ask for? Your
Friend of the
family.
year.
You know, what do you do with this? You know,
If
you
you can trend
with the high school
Yeah.
and college crowd, you've made it, because that's the
That's all
crowd.
I work with, man.
Yeah.
That's my demic. I work with those kids.
Yeah, high
That's
school
all
and
I do.
college crowd. If you can get that,
Well, college kids suck.
no.
No.
Actually.
No. We just got to have them over and have a conversation. What's going on with you?
Fuck. I don't know if
You
I
know
got
that one-
I don't know if
okay,
I got
I
a
didn't-
college kid on here.
Wait. I did not get that. You showed me that. No, you showed me that little thing. Remember you? Hold on. There's a story right here. You
Shit,
just
that'd be
showed me a-
tough. He would be
That's
trying to
amazing. I would love
contradict
to see
every.
I will be here
just
with you. Let me
probably
be
end
here.
up just
I'll
being
be the
like,
voice
get
of
out of my
reason.
fucking
I'll be the voice of
garage.
reason. I'll be the
on
voice.
this show.
Yeah.
Just because
Oh.
I would have to see Nick do this.
Yeah.
Here, get back up here. What? No, get back up here.
I'm
Come on.
coming back. I'm back.
Yeah.
That's gonna
Jesus.
be fun, man.
That
I
would
got
be
your back.
amazing.
Hey,
That
we
is
gotta,
something I would
we gotta,
definitely
we gotta
do, yeah.
look. I just heard this reference. Okay, in
Mhm.
this house.
Yeah.
This is a reference I heard.
Oh shit.
All right, it was
Hey. Smoke weed every day.
okay.
Okay, that's
Practice. Student. Those who feel they know everything. I'm gonna not say the next phrase because I'm gonna own up to it. Are different from those who are willing to learn. Unless those who are willing to learn understand that one day you can be at top if you're right here on this podcast.
I'm gonna counter
Yeah.
that with something I heard once.
Because
Is
the
it
college
better-
students,
I'm gonna
because the
give
college
you a
students, the
riddle.
college students, dude, you got to understand the college students. They need guidance. They're college students. They're
there's-
students.
There's
And
this
they can't-
fighting.
That's their occupation right now. Students.
There's
You
this
gotta
fighting
educate
thing that I've heard before. It's better to practice one kick 1,000 times than to practice 1,000 kicks one time.
both work.
Yep.
Both work. Both ways.
Boom. And I think with that, wrap it up.
All right.
All right, boys and girls. Once again, thank you for listening to the Nick Haeling podcast. My name is Nick Haeling. I'll see you next time.
And that's Neeraj. Bye.
Thanks, guys. That was awesome.
It was very fun.